Hello, welcome back to Tarot by Andy. Thank you for being here. This is my vibrational reading. Please do your own research for entertainment purposes and lots of allegedlys. I'm going to say allegedlys more often just to protect myself here. So if you hear me saying that, you know why. I would like to do a spread. It is said from Palace Insiders, I got this off of Quora, that Charles is so fuming mad he is willing to revoke a $150 million will from Harry, along with the status. So let's get some pendulum going. Is Charles going to revoke a $150 million will from Harry? Will he revoke a $150 million will? I got maybe. So now it's looking like he's quite possibly on the line. Will he revoke all his status? Will he revoke his military, all statuses, titles? Will he revoke status, titles? Yes. Okay, so he will get that removed. I'll ask it again. Will he revoke 150 million from Harry? Will he revoke it? Okay, it's a maybe. It's still a maybe. So it's looking like he's having a little bit of a change of heart and hopeful. Based on what my previous spread said, he's hopeful that he's going to call for help, basically, and that everything's going to fall apart. So I'm sure it's not off the table, but he is currently on the fence, it's looking like. So let's get some energy on that. Well, that's not going too well. Here we go. Get some more. Hope you guys are having a good day. It's kind of a gloomy day out there. Here we go. Charles, is he going to revoke 150 million from Harry? What's likely to occur? Let's get some energy on his revoking Harry. Let's get some energy. There we go. Lots of cups to fill, so there's lots of choices. So he feels he's got lots of choices to choose from and how he's going to affect them. It's also my gaslighting card. So he's taking a look at all those cups to see which one he should empty, probably. So that is choices. That is gaining experience. That is making choices and dreaming big. So he is dreaming big, hoping that quite possibly things are going to be different. So he is kind of dreaming big. And then we have here, but he is not happy. We have the King of Cups in reverse. So he is very, very dissatisfied, to say the least. And then we have here the fact that he is not at home with the Four of Wands in reverse, the fact that he removed himself, the estrangement. And we have here, he feels, with the Four of Cups in reverse, that Harry feels pretty connected to what he's doing now and not disconnected. He was very unhappy with whatever he was offered, and that's why he did what he did. He could not satisfy him, so basically. And then we have here the Knight of Cups in reverse. Yeah, Harry did not like being in the family. He realizes that he was just very, conflicted emotionally, and that's why this all unfolded. So it's no surprise to him, as we know. And then we have here, and the self-sabotage card in reverse. He would like him to stop self-sabotaging himself, and he knows he has to overcome the situation. So that is that. I'll keep pulling. We have here that he knows he's being insensitive, he's spying, he's gossiping, he's talking smack about them, in essence, right? And self-sabotage. And it was a selfish path, a very selfish path to leave the family. And we have here the Knight of Pentacles. He is chasing and trying to reinvent himself, in essence, in this new path. And the Strength card here. And so he knows his son's trying to be strong in the face of this new journey he's on. I think he's just going to be patient and just wait and see how things unfold for him, because he does, I think, feel that he's very unhappy. And we have under the surface that Queen of Swords, that she's the one calling all the shots. He's aware of that. So this is pretty normal energy that we always get, and that he's having a hard time. It's a juggling act between making money His whole life is one massive juggling act, dealing with her too as well. So the two of them have a hard time just being around each other. The partnership, the duality between them is a major juggling act, and which is not something that just is not something that can be sustainable in the long term. So let's get some cards on that. Will that be sustainable? Let's just clarify it. Let's clarify the Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles. Here we go. We have here Five of Cups in reverse. So that is conflicts. You know, that is sorrow and loss. But right now, they're kind of glad that they're out of the picture. But I think he does feel that there's going to be sorrow and loss between the two of them. But by the time they break up, Harry probably won't be missing her. He'll probably have enough of her at that point in time. And we have here, and then he will be happy. So that is that. So yeah. And then, so he's very hopeful. And then back to the duality, the partnership, the Two of Cups with the family. So that's how he is. He's really holding out a lot of hope. And then the Page of Pentacles in reverse, which would be leaving her. Dropping her in essence. So yeah, he's very, very hopeful. Let's get some on the Queen of Swords now. Queen of Swords. Let's clarify that Queen of Swords. That popped. We've got here the King of Pentacles in reverse. He just feels that with him closing the purse strings and removing some finances, that would get rid of her. You know, once the money's dried up, she's going to be out of there. And then we have the King of Wands, and he just has to be the one to do it. He has to have the energy and the courage to act on something to the point where she just can't stay in the relationship anymore. And it's also financially focused. And then the support in reverse, don't give her any support whatsoever. Don't fuel it either. And we have here, and it's no loss at this point in time. They don't miss her. They don't want her. This is absolutely no loss with her. And judgment, that's that cause and effect here. And it is taking a wrong and making it right and having awareness over the situation. So he's very aware. He's very hopeful. Right now he's not going to. So he's really hoping he comes back into the fold and drops her. So that is what that is. So let's get, how does Markle currently feel right now? Where is she today in terms of how does she feel about their finances? How does she feel about their money? How does this Queen of Wands in reverse woman feel about the way the money's coming in? How does she feel about the money coming in? How does she feel about the money coming in? How does Markle feel about the money coming in? Is she satisfied? Is she satisfied with what she's getting? Is she currently satisfied with what she's getting to the point where she's ready to let go? Let's get some energy. Please be clear. I'll take those. No, I won't take those. I take that back. Okay, there we go. So I will take that because it just seems to want to. So she's ready for battle. That is someone who's ready for battle. So yeah, you cut the money off. I'm sorry, you're going to war with her. So she would be verbally abusive and smear campaign more than likely with the victory in reverse. So she would feel like she's not winning anything, and she would try to maintain her cool with her temperance. And we have here, Nine of Cups is a wish fulfillment card. So she's going to try and obviously get her wish fulfillment by trying to be temperate, by going to war, feeling like she's lost. And Ace of Swords in reverse, that's willing to be abusive. She will use abuse. Smear campaign is her wish come true. She wants to do some more smearing. And she is willing to do it to come across as the victim mother, the nurturer, who is trying to grow in life, and she's birthing new projects and whatnot. And so she's going to act like she's really doing her absolute best. So she does feel she's doing her absolute best, and she is willing to be totally, utterly abusive in the process. She doesn't care whose toes she steps on. So how does she feel she's doing? We got the Seven of Swords in reverse, so she doesn't feel she's gaining experience. And she does not feel that she is a self-sabotager either. So she doesn't feel that she's self-sabotaging anything. So it's just total deny and deflect, not capable of looking at their deceit. She's unwilling to even look at it, and she's just going to claim abuse on everybody else. And then once again, we have here the Eight of Swords in reverse, and this is the self-sabotage card. And it's in reverse. So she does not truly feel that she is self-sabotaging herself whatsoever. She feels that she has taken the blindfolds off and she sees things for what they are, and that she is not dishonest, that she's completely this Mother Earth, but she knows she's willing to be abusive to get whatever she wants. So, and she knows she isn't winning, and she knows she's ready to go to battle at any point in time. You just say the word go, she's ready for battle. So I would say that she feels that she's definitely losing. She's losing the battle. She's losing the battle because of these two cards here. She knows she might win a few wars, but she's losing the overall battle here. And it does please her. It pleases her greatly to be guarded and to use verbal abuse and intellectual abuse. It makes her happy. It gives her a feeling of total fulfillment. That's a pretty dark character. And totally unwilling to look at herself being self-sabotaging and dishonest. So that's very typical narky spread right here. Just lack of accountability completely. So yeah, but she knows she's losing. She knows she is losing. So let's find out, what is she going to do next? What's her next move? What is her next move? What will be her next move? What is she planning? What is she planning? Please be clear. What is she planning? I'm going to flip these around a little bit. What is she planning? What is she planning? She's planning a victory. She's planning a victory. She's going to win. They will not lose, you guys. One thing that they will not do is they refuse to lose. There's only one loser, and it's not going to be them. It's going to be you. It's everybody else but them, willing to do anything to win. Yeah, so this card here, yeah, she's going to tower crash. She's going to tower crash and do some more tower crashing on the family. She's going to do a good smear campaign on them because they're not giving her any help. They're not giving her any money, and they have shut her out. So yeah, it's going to be a total smear campaign with that tower. Under the surface, we have here, she has an inability to look inward. She's not going to. She never will. That will never be upright with her. Very often, you just won't see that too often, unless she is having a narcissist injury. Then they will look at themselves briefly, but it's very short-lived. So for the most part, you're going to always find the hermit in reverse with a narcissist, or many people in that category, that personality disorder. And you got to remember, the gray matter's just not there, you guys. The gray matter's not there. It's in the left anterior insula of the brain, and the frontal lobe. The gray matter's not there. It is actually a brain structure malformation, okay? You can see it on an MRI, all right? Just to reiterate that. Here we go. And it's the left anterior insula, so here we go. And we have here the Hierophant in reverse. So that would be taking the family and putting them and the whole entire firm in reverse. Smear campaign. And because she's been blocked out. They blocked her out. So yeah, she's just going to do a major smear campaign. Let's find out, how is that smear campaign going to affect her? How is that smear campaign going to affect her? Usually, people can see through it. Right now they can see through it, so I don't see it doing well for her. She's just digging her grave even deeper. You know, just give them enough rope to hang themselves, and they do. So how will this smear campaign be viewed by people? How will this smear campaign be perceived? How will this smear campaign be perceived? How will this smear campaign be perceived by the public? What will they think of her with the smear campaign? Okay, there we go. So what we have here is the Four of Swords. So that is rest and recovery. They're going to tell her she needs to take a rest. Go recover and go heal yourself. This is a healing card. They're going to think she needs healing. that she's just mentally unwell. She's just not shutting up. Go shut up and go heal somewhere. We don't need to hear you complain anymore. So I feel people are not going to be too thrilled with that. And the devil, she is willing to do literally anything to get her way. Not looking too good for her. And the Ace of Wands upright, so that is she is being creative and she is sparking problems. She's a little fire starter who's trying to draw up the heat. She wants to be hasty. She's high energy and she's fearless and she just wants to create news. She wants to create news. And we have here the Tower in reverse, that she will not be able to ever rebuild herself. Wow, I like that. She won't be able to rebuild herself. So she's really just doing what a lot of them do. They end up thinking they're destroying everybody else, but what ends up happening is they end up destroying themselves. And so the public's going to see that, and they're just going to tell her to, she really needs to take a rest. So it's going to be perceived the way it should be, in essence. Under the surface, happy family. People are going to be thinking, hey, family's everything. Family's everything. Who are you? Who are you to be doing this? And we have here, and they're going to want to shut her down. We have here the Page of Swords in reverse. They're not going to want to hear what she has to say. They're tired of her. They're done with them. So it's not going to go over well, which is great. Fantastic. Excellent. I like that. Let's get some energy on her smear campaign, her next smear campaign, When she doesn't get what she wants, it makes her happy. It's kind of a sick pleasure. They do have a sick pleasure about them. Your misery is their gain. They love it. It is something they get off on. It is part of the Machiavellian brain. And we have here, and she's going to try and come off as she is a loving woman who just is filled with love and happiness for the world, and everybody should love me. So she's going to be happy, happy, happy. That's just the mask. And caring connections. Oh, geez. And she's just filled with caring connections, and everybody should just love me, and I love everybody. She's going to love bomb the public. Let's get some more energy. Temptation. She's going to be tempted to do dark stuff. As you can see, it's pretty dark. Looks kind of like devilish almost. And we have here foundation and achievements. So she's going to be very tempted to probably take down foundation and achievements of other people, because that's what they do. They want to minimize other people. But she's going to also be tempted probably to do some dark stuff in terms of the foundations, because they have funneled money and done some illegal activity with their money in transferring and shifting things around and taking money that they did not have to take, that was not theirs to take. And then we have here triumph. She thinks that whatever she does, she's going to win. That every attempt she does, she is hell-bent on winning. Like I said, they don't lose, they only win. Everybody else loses. So let's get some Kipper cards on the smear campaign. We got here, she's going to see it as a gift for her, actually, and wealthy man. So, interesting. I don't know what that means. And thief. Okay, so she feels like she stole him from the family. And she's a gift to him, basically, because he was the wealthy guy. She kind of came in, she took him from his family, and she feels that, she took their gift. He was sort of their lovable prince at one point in time. He was the favorite at one time, and she took that gift. She feels like she took something from them. And we have here, and now, I think she is focused on Charles at this point in time with the mature man. She's focused on going to probably try and smear him the most, or deal with him the most, more than likely. Let's clarify that mature man card. What is she going to do to Charles? What does she want to do to Charles? Clarify the mature man. What does she want to do to Charles? She wants to affect his authority. We got the bear card. She wants to stretch out and fight his authority, because that is the authority card and the flagellation. So she wants to try and whip, self-flagellation, the whip. The whip is, basically self-flagellating yourself over the authority with him. So she will flagellate herself, and she will try and fight him not only fight within herself because she really wants to be in control. This is a whole control aspect of the narcissist. And so she feels like she is fighting him for control over Harry. And so that's what she's going to do. And she's going to self-flagellate herself a bit as well. That's kind of beating yourself up. And then the news. She wants him to get all the news of how she handles Harry or how she's in control. She wants him to see that she's the one in control here in the relationship, that Harry is under her spell and you're not going to get him, more than likely. Let's get some more on this news card. Let's find out what this news card is. Please clarify the news card. News coming in. News coming in would be she wants it to eat at him that Harry is not in control, and that she takes journals and she writes everything down about his mood swings and his personality and how he's falling apart, and she is a snake. And that she's just taking down, she is literally documenting everything in that relationship. And she's going to try and use it. So she's going to let him know that she's documenting things. So that's going to be part of her threats to the family, is that she's documenting things. And that she is the colorless angel. She's a very hollow core person, very shallow, there's nothing there. And she doesn't care. And calling the storm. And if you want to call the storm, bring it on, because I'm ready for war. She is that Knight of Swords girl, that tower crasher, and she's willing to do anything with the devil energy too. And let's get some wisdom. Some wisdom on the situation, on the smear campaign that's going to be coming up next. She sees a beauty in it. She's going to try and make it seem like it's a beautiful situation, but thorny. So she will talk about the good and the bad, the beauty of being a royal and the thorny aspects of being a royal. And she wants everyone to get the message. And she's going to try and also come across as being a little more on the playful side to get people to like her. So she's going to try and do a little bit of a shift of her personality in trying to get this accomplished, because she knows people don't like her. So I think her angle is going to be trying to be real playful. She's going to try and get Harry to be real playful, like we saw in that video of him juggling. So they're going to try and come off as more playful, like they're actually happy. That's going to be part of her her plan with Harry, I think, is coming across as being a playful couple, because everybody knows they're not in love and they do not like each other. So she's going to try and change that whole image. So be prepared for that, because I think that juggling act of him in the window was just the beginning. All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Till next time, like and subscribe. Bye.